My Literacy Program Vision by Ashley Ringel. I envision a literacy program filled with read-alouds, guided reading, shared reading, word study, and writing. Through these activities, students will gain an understanding on literacy as a whole and become avid readers and writers. In read-alouds, they will be able to use this to build on their book and print awareness. I will do this by modeling reading behaviors like handling a book and reading from top to bottom and left to right. To build their phonological and phonemic awareness, I will choose books with rhyming and patterns. To help them with their reading fluency, I will model the reading while I am doing the read aloud. During this, students will be able to hear what it's like to read fluently. During the read aloud, students will also be able to build their reading comprehension skills. I will do this by pausing and asking questions or using probing phrases to get students to start thinking critically. Students will be able to speak freely and discuss what it is they are thinking when it comes to the story. In my literacy program, I intend to use shared reading. This again will build print awareness, allowing students to see reading being modeled while they're participating in the reading. They will be able to practice their reading fluency alongside their teacher and their peers, thus strengthening their reading fluency. Through this, students will also be able to practice their phonics. They will be able to practice decoding through the repeated practice of shared reading. I would use things like reading as a group, popcorn reading, or sometimes using reader's theater. This will make shared reading more fun and engaging for the students. Another thing I would use in my literacy program would be guided reading. Guided reading would allow students to practice decoding words with a text that is on their instructional level. This will help students build their phonics skills and become better individual readers. Through guided reading, I will use picture walks to help students start thinking about what the story will be about. I will also use word study. Word study is especially important because it allows students to build their English language proficiency. This will help students become more familiar with the basics of English to help them become brilliant decoders and comprehend more easily while reading on their own. Ultimately, I envision a literacy program that allows students to become above average readers and writers. If they are able to become these types of readers and writers, they will have the skills they need in order to succeed. I have embedded a video I found of a program with the same values to show the effect a program like this can have on students.
The Paul Martin Educational Initiative, the MAEI, was an initiative that we began in about 2009-2010. This was a pilot project that the Martin Initiative began in Kettle Point, and they're trying to increase the potential and the opportunities for First Nations students through literacy and through numeracy. The belief is that, if you can read and write above and beyond, that's your ticket to success. I had 1 year before the initiative began, and what I saw was a very much lack of resources. We didn't have guided reading sets. We didn't have a lot of current, fun, interactive library books. So fortunately for us, through these funding sources, we were able to purchase a lot of new resources. Another thing that has changed has been the caliber of staff and the belief in our students and in their abilities to succeed. And because of that, the quality of what we've seen our kids learning and displaying has been outstanding.
How the Venn diagram helps the reader understand the fish and the fisher.
I do believe that other First Nations could adopt a similar project to the Martin Initiative. The First Nation is really unique in that everybody is so invested in the outcome of their students. So when all these stakeholders are behind a movement, sure, it's possible. You know, we saw big increases in student self-confidence, in their ability to enter high school now at par level with their counterparts, not feeling behind, not feeling like they were behind the game because they came from Hillside. It's been really interesting and lovely to watch people celebrate the successes of their students. And it will be lovely to see them in the years to come and follow them into high school and, you know, into the next phase of whatever post-secondary career training they're pursuing.
With a program like this, I hope to engage students and motivate them to know all the things that literacy has to offer. The end.